everyone, welcome back to another video where today we are going to be counting down the top 10 creepiest sea creatures you won't believe they exist. Number 10. The sarcastic fringehead. The sarcastic fringehead is a small but very hardy fish which has a large mouth and aggressive territorial behavior, for which it has been given its common name. When two fringeheads have a territorial battle, they wrestle by pressing their distended mouths against each other, as if they were kissing. This allows them to determine which is the larger fish, which establishes dominance. They can be up to 30 centimeters long, elongate and slender, and are mostly skulless with great pectoral fins and reduced pelvic fins. They tend to hide inside shells or crevices. After the female spawns under a rock or in clam burrows, the male guards the eggs. They are found in the Pacific off the coast of North America, from San Francisco, California, to central Baja California. Their depth range is from 3 to 73 meters, which is 10 to 240 feet. Number 9. Fangtooth. Looking like it just swam out of a horror movie is the amazing fangtooth. This menacing creature haunts the deep waters of many of the world's oceans. The fangtooth gets its name from its rather impressive-looking teeth, which are actually the largest teeth of any fish in the ocean when taken in proportion to body size. Although the fangtooth may look like a true monster, it is actually a small fish, reaching a maximum length of only 6 inches, which is 16 centimeters. It is a short, deep body, with a large head and mouth. The body of this fish is covered with small, prickly scales, and its color varies from black to dark brown. It has very small eyes that are set high on the head. To compensate for relatively poor eyesight, the fangtooth has developed an unusually prominent lateral line which helps it to sense movement and vibration from the surrounding water. Number 8. The goblin shark. The goblin shark isn't just named so because of its long, protruding snout and snaggle-toothed grin. It is also in possession of a menacing ability that wouldn't put it out of place in a children's fairy tale. When it comes to catching its prey, this villainous-looking shark can suddenly extend its jaws outwards and move them independently from its body to latch onto unsuspecting fish. The goblin shark's feeding habits are what really show off the creature's incredible protruding jaw and action. Found mostly in the waters of Japan around 1,200 meters below the water's surface, scientists have had a hard time getting close to this strange species of shark. But, considering its ninja-like hunting abilities, this is probably a good thing. Number 7. Giant squid. The giant squid is a deep ocean-dwelling squid in the family of Archaeopterygidae. Giant squid can grow to a tremendous size due to deep-sea gigantism. Recent estimates put the maximum size at 13 meters for females and 10 meters for males from the posterior fins to the tip of the 2 long tentacles. The mantle is about 2 meters long, more for females, less for males, and the length of the squid excluding its tentacles, but including head and arms, rarely exceeds 5 meters. Claims of specimens measuring 20 or more have not been scientifically documented. The number of different giant squid species has been debated, but recent genetic research suggests that only one species exists. In 2004, Japanese researchers took the first images of a live giant squid in its natural habitat, and in July 2012, a live adult was first filmed in its natural habitat off Chichijima. Number 6. Stargazers. The stargazers are a family, Uranuscopidae, of perciform fish that advise on top of their heads. The family includes about 51 species and 8 genera, all marine and found worldwide in shallow and deep salt waters. In addition to the top-mounted eyes, A stargazer also has a large, upward-facing mouth and a large head. Their usual habit is to bury themselves in sand, and leap upwards to ambush prey that pass overhead. Some species have a worm-shaped lure growing out of the floors of their mouths, which they can wiggle to attract prey's attention. Both the dorsal and anal fins are relatively long. Some lack dorsal spines. Lengths range from 18 up to 90 centimeters. Stargazers are venomous. They have two large venomous spines situated behind their opercles and above their pectoral fins. The species within the genera Astroscopus can also cause electric shocks. Astroscopus species have a single electric organ consisting of modified eye muscles, while Iranoscopus species have theirs derived from sonic muscles. Stargazers are a delicacy in some cultures. The venom is not poisonous when eaten, and they can be found for sale in some fish markets with the electric organ removed. Number 5. The blanket octopus. The blanket octopus or Treemoctopus is an amazing sea creature and, as its name suggests, resembles a pretty patterned blanket floating through the water. Where an array of tentacles would otherwise hang down separately from its body, a beautiful fleshy cape trails after it. But don't be fooled by its graceful appearance. They are very dangerous. Very little is known about its biology, but what is known about this amazing creature is mind-boggling. For starters, the female blanket octopi, which can grow up to 2 meters in length, can happily detach its blanket from its body if threatened. What's more, when threatened with the venomous sting of a deadly Portuguese man-o'-war jellyfish, the female octopus is immune to their poison and elegantly wades in to rip the jelly's tentacles clean off and keeps them to use as fleshy whips. Number 4. The blobfish. The blobfish is a deep-sea fish of the family Cycrolutidae. It inhabits the deep waters off the coasts of mainland Australia and Tasmania, as well as the waters of New Zealand. Blobfish are typically shorter than 30 centimeters. They live at depths between 600 and 1,200 meters, where the pressure is 60 to 120 times as great as at sea level, which would likely make gas bladders inefficient for maintaining buoyancy. Instead, the flesh of the blobfish is primarily a gelatinous mass with a density slightly less than water. This allows the fish to float above the sea floor without expending energy on swimming. Its relative lack of muscle is not a disadvantage, as it primarily swallows edible matter that floats in front of it, such as deep ocean crustaceans. Blobfish are often caught as bycatch in bottom trawling nets. Scientists now fear the blobfish could become an endangered species because of deep ocean trawling. Number 3. The vampire squid. The vampire squid can reach a maximum total length around 30 centimeters. Its 15 centimeters gelatinous body varies in color from velvety jet black to pale reddish, depending on location and lighting conditions. A webbing of skin connects its 8 arms, each lined with rows of fleshy spines. The inner side of this cloak is black. Only the distal halves of the arms have suckers. Its limpid, globular eyes, which appear red or blue, depending on lighting, are proportionately the largest in the animal kingdom at 2.5 centimeters in diameter. The animal's dark color, cloak-like webbing, and red eyes give the vampire squid its name. No, it does not feed on blood. Number 2. The blue-ringed octopus. The blue-ringed octopods are 3 or perhaps 4 octopus species that live in tide pools and coral reefs in the Pacific and Indian Oceans, from Japan to Australia. Their primary habitat is around southern New South Wales, South Australia, and northern Western Australia. They are recognized as one of the world's most venomous marine animals. Despite their small size, 12 to 20 centimeters, and relatively docile nature, They are dangerous to humans if provoked and handled, because their venom contains tetrodotoxin, a neurotoxin powerful enough to kill humans. They can be identified by their characteristic blue and black rings, and yellowish skin. When the octopus is agitated, the brown patches darken dramatically. Iridescent blue rings, or clumps of rings, appear and pulsate within the maculae. Typically, 60 blue rings cover the dorsal and lateral surfaces of the mantle. They hunt small crabs, hermit crabs, shrimp, and other small crustaceans. Number 1. Yeti crab. This disgusting mutation looks like it belongs on another planet, but it actually lives in the depths of the South Pacific Ocean. The Yeti crab is a horrifying crustacean that gets its name from the massively hairy arms of the abominable snowman of the Himalaya, of course. This creepy AF crab is known for its silky blonde hair that resembles fur on its legs and claws. Not much is known about the Yeti crab because it lives at depths up to 7,200 feet below sea level. Scientists have come up with many ideas as to why the crab is covered in fur. Many believe since the Yeti doesn't have eyes, it uses the hair as a physical sensor to help them locate food and mates in the ocean. And others believe the hair supports large colonies of bacteria for the Yeti to feast on. At this point, we may never know why this crab is rocking a body of silky blonde hair that's putting Jessica Simpson to shame. Write down in the comments which of these 10 creepy sea captures do you believe is the creepiest. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like, and move your mouse to that circle watermark and click subscribe to help me do more videos. Thanks.